happy. Is there anything you want me to do differently? Yeah.
Are you happy with me?
Please like me. Please like me.
Good morning, starting Tuesday off right. Good morning, get ready to take flight. Good morning, talking about the earth things. Good morning, it's me and me from the wings. From the winds.
Hi, I'm Reva. And I'm Rebecca. And we're here live in the From the Wings studio,
where we talk about all things both on and off the stage. Sometimes it's entertainment and things that are happening in the world of entertainment. Sometimes it might be book reviews. And sometimes you may even get a sneak peek of what's happening on the overshadowed stage.
And we have an episode every single Tuesday. So don't forget to
like, subscribe, and ring the bell to make sure that you're always notified about everything that's upcoming on From the Wings. Make sure that you're listening, okay? So that's more when you get to another acting part, but I think sometimes it's so hard because we're just, what's my next line? What's my next line? And so we don't really listen to what the other person is saying because we're just trying to figure out what our next line is supposed to be. But because of what they say, it actually might change the way you're saying your line. It is really frustrating to me, and maybe I did this too. I tried to not do it as an actress. But there are people who will learn their lines and then never change them the whole 4 weeks.
intonation and everything.
Yes, they say it the exactly same rate. They say it the same pitch. They say, same emphasis on all the words. To me, that is not acting. No. That means you just memorize something.
And it's so safe though, because I felt like
it's not real though.
It's not.
It's not real.
And that's why it looks bad.
Yeah.
But it's like basically like getting in, clocking in, doing the thing, clocking out.
Yep.
And there's not that emotion and connection. You're just like, yep, checked it. I did that line.
Yep.
Wow.
I only have 2 more lines and then I'm done with the scene.
Yes.
But instead, live the moment.
In it.
Live the moment.
Wow. And how would you suggest, or how would you encourage someone to be able to do that, to get past the...
It's all about getting past the point that we just talked about at the beginning of this. You have to let yourself feel. And it's so funny because you just said, but it's safe.
Yes, it's safe.
And I know you didn't even know where we were going to go, but I would say a lot of times that's what happens to people. They just want to be safe.
Yep.
Real acting happens when you can strip away all the layers and you can get in touch with things that you didn't even know that you had. So I think I told you about this experience, and if I have any video from it, which I'm not sure I do, but a couple years ago before COVID, so that's been way more than a couple years ago.
Just 5.
I went to this Broadway theater workshop, Broadway theater intensive, that they do it basically for people who are teachers or in New York.
New York.
And they did a scene from Parade. Now, I have since seen Parade, and we saw it together, right? And I couldn't wait for the scene. It's the scene, we saw it with Ben Platt. People, so good, so good. We were sitting, isn't that the one we were sitting on the back row of the theater, and it was like...
We were like, I don't know, but still,
2 football fields away, but it was still amazing. Well, the scene where his wife comes to visit him in jail, and you think that they kind of admit where they're feeling and start to kind of love each other again, and they start to look forward to having a future again. Well, so they directed that scene in front of us.
Wow.
So they brought these 2, a girl and a guy in, nobody we'd ever heard of before, and they're like, they've had the material, they know the material, they've practiced it, now we're going to coach it. I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you learn so much?
Yes. I, first of all, realized that if you have a really, really great person that you're working with, then you don't have to give them very much.
As a director.
As a director. If you have a talented actor and actress, that you're working with, they don't need very much to take the objectives that objectives that you are giving them and run with it.
Because they're speaking your language, right? Because there are people who you're like, can you do this? And all they hear is wah, 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 wah. And they're like, but if it's someone who's good, who actually understands the whole, okay, so we're layering here, and like, this is what I want you to change here, they actually know what to do for you. So
it kind of like have this conversation. So it's like, where is, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the characters' names from Parade, but so what is the wife, not what is she feeling, which is the number one thing that actresses always go in and say, but I'm feeling this. I don't care what you're feeling. So what is it that you want to do? So you're trying to get your husband to what?
Wow.
And how does that change the way you're acting? Because he isn't responding to you because his main desire is to get you to do something opposite. And so how does that work? And how does that change? And it becomes very magical.
Because the feelings come naturally. Like, it's not like we like do things and we're like, I really want to feel anxious now. It's like something we're doing causes that. Or obviously we always want to be happy, but it's like the things that we're actively doing either cause happiness or takes away happiness. So it's like you're creating that and the emotions come. Because the acting. That's crazy. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. So I would say that if you can come in and give me an audition where you are not just reading beautiful words off the paper that you probably understand and you're saying them very well. But they don't mean anything to me because you're just a pretty speaker. It's really hard to figure out where you go in a cast because you have not really mastered the success of really acting. And so what you need to do is find out those objectives and figure out what it is. What is the point of the scene? I think we talked about that a little bit when we talked about Stella. And if you haven't checked our episode for Stella,
go check out Stella Adler.
Make sure you do because she is brilliant, I believe. But like one of the things, I didn't do it. This is the first time I've ever been in a play that I didn't do it.
Wow.
Because I've never done comedy before. And it was really difficult for me to find my beats in a way. And I don't know whether we had a very short rehearsal time. We usually have 6 weeks. We had 3.
Crazy.
And my lines were just insane. So
and it was originally a 3-act too, and they put it into like 2 acts. But like the first act was like an hour and 45 minutes. Like it was so impressive. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
But I wonder what it would have been like if I'd had that extra 3 weeks, because then I think I would have done a little bit more. And also our director she didn't really care that much about who Vita was as a person.
Correct.
She was playing because it was a comedy, and so it was written to be a comedy, and so she just directed it a little bit different. But I wonder what it would have been like
if you would have taken the next step in
and written So for me, usually when I do a acting project, then my character, a scene starts and ends when my character walks in. So just because it says Act 1, Scene 1, doesn't mean it's the same for all of us, because your scene doesn't really start until you come in.
Wow.
For you,
yes.
Right? And so you, for your individual people, say, okay, why am I here? Why
are you walking on?
Why am I walking in at this time? Why do I leave? What is my intention of being here? How would things be different if I was not here? Can I get you to do what it is that I want you to do in this scene? So there's a lot of, like you were saying, layers to get you to the point of becoming the character that is mesmerizing to watch, Sometimes it is very therapeutic.
Wow.
Other times, it might be so raw that you might need to go home and take a little nap when you get done with it,
Well, and other people seeing you and being able to say, oh no, I didn't like the way you did that. You know what I mean? Because like once you do it and no one says anything, but I wonder how much of that is the director saying, I can't do anything with them, so I'm just going to let them do it that way. Versus, right? Is it often that?
I mean, it's not often that, but they're
because there's this thought that like
people.
if I'm not doing it well, they're going to tell me.
There is. Okay, so I'm trying to be a better director because I do think I do focus on the things that bother me the most in a scene. So if you're doing it in a way that I'm
Not horribly bothered.
fairly okay with,
Yes.
then I will work on the things that are problematic for me
Yes.
in a scene, and I'll work on those and work on those and work on those and work on, and then I'll work my way up.
Yes.
You know?
But if you don't get
But
there.
if I don't get there, that doesn't mean you're not doing it right. But I know that's hard because I know that just like me, I wanted feedback, right?
Yes.
I want to do what it is that
Yes.
the director
Director
wants me to do. And honestly, I want to do the best I can.
Yeah.
So it's like not like I want to win any awards,
Right.
but I only have so many plays left in my life.
You're like, let's go.
And I want to do a good job because that's who I am. I
Yeah.
want to be a good director. I want to run a good theater. I
Yeah.
want to be a good mom. I want to, I want to do good and do well at whatever it is that I do.
Yeah.
So to do that, then I realized that I need to give more feedback. But a lot of times when you got a cast of 30, you don't have time. And you
Yes.
just run out of time to do things. And that is definitely a problem on my end. I wonder,
Yeah.
I'm going to try to be better for I'll Be Seeing You. I really am. I'm going to try to work on scenes and strip them apart and do it a little bit better.
Is it appropriate
So-
for an actress to say, like, hey, director, I have a question about this scene?
Always.
Okay, because then it's not on you for those like 3 hours to make sure to get it, like that one moment you're talking about the scene, but going out and not just waiting for them to come to you.
Yeah, and so sometimes I would say it's hard because, I didn't want to go up to Katie and say, okay, so are you happy? Is there anything you want me to do differently? Yeah, are
you happy with me?
Please like me, please like me. It just is uncomfortable for me. And some people are much more comfortable doing that, but I'm not. And so I think that I would appreciate it when people come up and they phrase it more like, hey, is it okay for me to still be trying different things? Because, it's kind of an experiment in a scene to do different things. And then kind of say, are you happy with the way that was going? Or did you like what I did last time better? Or do you feel like our objections are the same? Just kind of
So
that
say
kind
like,
of.
hey, this is what I'm bringing. Would you change any of this? Instead of saying like,
Please
what's
like
your
me,
vision?
please
Yes,
like me,
yes,
please
yes.
like me. Yes, yeah. Because, sometimes that I don't want to sit there and just have to tell everybody, no, you're good, you're good.
Yes. And that's not the point too. You're not
Right.
asking. You don't.
Right.
You don't just want her to like you to say yes, I like you and validate you. You
Yes.
want her to like actually give you the direction
Yes.
that she likes.
Right.
She wants to like you for what you're doing, not just because she likes you.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but I think that it's okay to put pressure on directors. I might not because, like, I just, I
as
don't
a
know.
director-
I feel, I don't know.
Like a
That's- I'm
pick-me,
so
like
I am so insecure, and I really am. I'm
truth
just
comes out.
stinking insecure.
And that's what makes you an amazing actress. Show me an amazing actress or actor, I will show you an insecure person.
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us are like that.
Yeah.
But
It's such a strength.
But I'm okay with you doing that to me. It's like I want us to be on the same team. I want us to all together want the show to be better. I don't want you to micromanage me as a director. So I don't want you to, as I'm talking on stage, you to constantly be saying, hey, what if Rebecca does blah, 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 so that you're directing the scene too? There can be only one. Really, honestly. And it's hard because I don't want to have to compete against you.
No.
But when we're talking and we're massaging the scene or you
Yeah.
come talk to me afterwards, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's not like I can't handle it. It's just I don't want to compete with you.
Well, and like
Does
different.
that make sense?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can't imagine being like that.
Oh, it happens sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. When you sing, I'm going to challenge you that the next time you sing your song, ask yourself when you get done and try to think about it, all the things that we just said. Just sing it with the idea that if Reba was here right now, what would I want her to feel? And it can't be to just think I'm a good singer. It's got to be
Yes.
like
What am I what's the song?
what am I communicating to
Yes.
this? And then when you get done, ask yourself what it made you feel when you sang it that way. And did it give you anything different? Could you notice a difference in the way that you sang into
Wow.
it? And then respond to it. Because if it didn't make you feel something, then you didn't do it right.
Okay. But don't do it for the way it made you feel.
Yes.
Feel the way it made you feel.
A lot of psychobabble here.
That's amazing. And then is a lot of the Stella Adler, is this like
I would think
things
this
you
is
learn?
this is a little bit Reba and a little bit Stella.
Okay. A little. I love it.
A little bit rock and roll. Here is my summary. It's not about being perfect. It's about being interesting.
Ooh, that sounds like dating advice.
Well,
Dating or auditioning.
Which one? Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Right? That's crazy to think. That's pretty good, though.
Truth with Reva. And don't perform. Tell the truth. Until next time, this is just me
And me.
talking to you
From the wings.